Greetings, Benjamin J. from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series. Well, look what has just arrived. This arrived about 20 minutes ago, a Marx 898, as you see, in fairly poor condition. There's no appreciable amount of damage to it. It's just been really badly stored, lots of scuff, a lot of play wear. Both the front markers are missing, and in this case, it was missing the side rod, or the push rod. Anyway, I found this on eBay for $6, and I was the only bidder. And I think the reason I was the only bidder is because of this missing push rod. This is really intimidating to a lot of people when they see a engine or locomotive on eBay and it's missing a part. But in this case, this is a absolutely simple repair. Now, here's a push rod, matching push rod to the original. With the exception of, this is an early engine, circa 1955, 1958, something like that. And the original push rods were nickeled to prevent them from rusting. When Marx began to cut costs, they dropped the nickeling and went to this almost military anodized finish, very much like gun bluing. And it prevents the push rod from rusting. But it's no longer silver, so it doesn't match. So all you do is you take one of the push rods and scrape it with a razor blade, and you'll see that bare steel matches that almost perfectly. Not quite, but pretty close. So to replace this, as you see, the stud on the wheel is still there. So why the push rod is missing, I have no idea. So to repair this is really simple. You just take the new push rod, slide it through the front crossbar, place it on the stud. There's a dimple in the center of the stud, and you just put a center punch there and a couple of light raps with a hammer, and that will flare out or mushroom the top and capture that side rod. For now, it'll stay on there just fine. So, to date, like I said, it's been here 20 minutes, half an hour now, something like that. I replaced the headlight, I just replaced the side rod, I've cleaned the brushes, and I've applied 4 drops of oil. Nothing else. So let's turn on the power, see how this runs. Let me focus the camera. Okay. It's running in reverse, it's running forward, so the E unit works. Wow, E-unit works really well. Now remember, this was $6 on eBay. Whoops. So let's take this over to the tin litho consist. This is the test I do on virtually every engine I get. If it'll pull tin litho, it'll pull anything within reason. So let's put this on the rail. So a Marx 898, $6 on eBay, up and running. So let's see how it does pulling tin litho. 22 tin litho cars, so that's a substantial amount of weight. And the engine is running absolutely perfectly. That's 40% power. So this just reaffirms everything that I say about don't overlook the junk. You can do this on an absolute shoestring. I mean, this locomotive was $6 and I was the only bidder on it. And as you see, it's running absolutely perfectly. Is it a prize? No, it isn't. But in just a matter of a few minutes, you can touch this up and make this look quite acceptable. And you've got a really decent original steel 898 for $6, and maybe an hour of your time to actually touch this up. Now, if you're going to repaint this, because it seems redundant to buy 2 markers that cost twice as much as the engine does. It just doesn't make any sense. So what I do is just either fill them or cover them. And I'll do a video later today after I get this repaired. It's a really easy, simple, straightforward way to fix these, just using a couple pieces of tape. and it makes an invisible, virtually invisible repair. Anyway, I just want to do a quick video on this. Again, don't overlook the junk. If you don't want to spend a lot of money, you can still have a lot of fun running these old Marx trains. I mean, I got this thing for $6. I was the only bidder. Like I said, the reason I think I was the only bidder is because it was missing a part. And if you have a supply of parts, you don't have to worry about anything. Nothing is daunting that you find on eBay. If you can get it cheap and it's missing a part, so what? If you've got the part to put on there, you saw how quickly I replaced that side rod. It's just a matter of usually a few minutes at most. And if you have a supply of parts, you can fix anything you can find. And even if I had used this strictly for parts, the tab and slot coupler costs $6. And so you've lost nothing, even if it doesn't run. You've got a good supply of parts, and out of this one engine, you can repair 5 or 6 others. But fortunately, in this case, this engine is running absolutely perfectly. It's been stored a very, very long time, and it's been well abused, as you see. But I replaced the side rod and the headlight. That's all I've done to it so far. A few drops of oil and a bit of alcohol to clean the brushes. And this engine is just running absolutely perfectly, forward and reverse. So it has a working E-unit. So just emphasizes everything I've said. Don't overlook the junk. You can do this on an absolute shoestring budget. Once you have some parts, and of course the know-how to do it, and that just comes from doing it. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. And you can repair these things in literally a matter of a few minutes and get them running really, really well. So this is running perfectly. In the next hour or so, I'll get it cleaned up. It'll look nice. So a new addition to the collection, a running 898 that was $6 on eBay. It's really, really hard to beat that. So I just want to do a quick video on this. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email. BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.